Hello and welcome back to my channel. Some more ONEUS today. We've got 3 songs, 1 MV, 2 B-sides, 2 different requests. The first request is from Sumi Mia, and we're going to be checking out the song To Be or Not To Be. This is the first comeback after Road to Kingdom, which, right? This is the first comeback after Road to Kingdom. The one that like finished out Kingdom was Come Back Home, which I think they also did an MV for, but I don't think I've checked out the MV. I've just heard the song like in their final performance, like Pentagon did for Basquiat. And then we're gonna hop into 2 B-sides by our resident ONEUS stan Alice, who has requested Red Thread and the song Incomplete. I think Red Thread is off of the Light Us album, and then Incomplete is off of Devil, I believe. So Light Us, towards the very beginning, that might have been their debut mini album, I don't recall, but it's very early in their career, whereas Devil was their first full album released earlier this year. So let's check this shit out. If you guys want to request something of your own, Patreon is a way to do it. Early in the month of September, it is the time to sign up. We've got a bunch of ONEUS stuff on there, not only all of Road to Kingdom, but a bunch of like Andromeda performances, their more recent performance of Lit that they did, like the Taekwondo version that was super cool, a bunch of different stuff on there, including live stages. So let's do it. To Be or Not To Be. And while we call them the concept Chameleon Kings because they switch it up a lot, they really do have this through line of medieval fantasy, like from Twilight, and I think even Come Back Home previous to this is like this as well. Ooh. Love the guitar. Hand sculpture? I'm loving Ito's singing voice like more and more. I know he can rap as well, but his like lower tone and his vocal range, I really like it. He sounds so great here. Oh, okay, hold on. To Be or Not To Be. Is this all a play on like Hamlet and like what he's talking about in lyrically? It seems like what I always say, where they keep things vague so you can leave it up to your own interpretation and put it on your own experience or whatever you want to, place it as. It could be a relationship or something that has fallen apart, but this could also just be attributed to Hamlet. And you even see like an empty throne here. In Hamlet, his father dies and it's his uncle that killed him, right? And he takes his place. It's been a long time. High school was a long time ago, man. So now is this gonna be a revenge story? And there's the spot that everyone films in K-pop. Ooh. I love the melody of this chorus, and the lyrics are great. It's almost like this like bit of corruption. You even see it going like through his hands. I love that look. Like he's being corrupted by this anger or need for revenge. Okay. There it is. A crown of thorns. There's a lot of biblical references here as well. Beautiful vocals. And the backing synth here, I like how like plotting it is, leading you into this next chorus. This get up here, by the way. Woo! How smooth was that? Ah, so before it said dead, didn't it say the same thing? Dead, the most regretful, but the happiest moment, and now it says alive, the most regretful. It's one or the other. To be or not to be, is that it dead or alive, you know, existing or non-existence kind of thing. Even there, almost like simulating turning to some evil side and like your like vengeance. Almost like simulated wings, I think, on Ito's back. Ooh, we love a pretty. What is happening? Yes, bring it back to the roots, man. People aren't getting shot and killed in K-pop videos enough anymore. I love this. Oh, that was sick. I want to see that in like real time. Look at this. Look at this, dudes. What the hell? That is such a great shot. Ah, they're vying for this amulet. The choreo for this song looks really impressive. Why did it feel like I barely heard Kunhin that entire song? Oh, okay. So maybe then this is kind of like with their death there, maybe, and it almost looks like they're giving into that like vengeance or that yeah, I guess what I mean is like that pursuit of revenge. They're maybe awakening something. What is my cat doing? Hey, can you not rip up the box, you stupid cat? Annoying. I don't even know if you can see him in shot. He's ripping up a box like an idiot. But what was I saying? Yeah, like almost as if it's awakening something dark inside of them. And this came out in August of 2020, and I think No Diggity from Devil came out like in February, March-ish. So it would make sense that then it transitions to this much darker tone of a song and way darker imagery. I'd be really interested to watch like Come Back Home, because I feel like that is also like medieval like, so it might lead into this, and then watch No Diggity again, which I haven't seen probably since I originally reacted to it, but I've listened to the song a ton. It's really grown on me. But I really like this beautiful video. Love the lyrics, great choreography. This one's up there for after at least a first listen, one of my more favorite ONEUS tracks. So thank you so much, Sumi Mia, for the request. And now we're gonna move on to Alice's request, starting with Red Thread. But I'm gonna kick my cat out of the room first, so I'll be right back. He has been relieved of his kitten duties. Let's go, Red Thread.
눈을 감고 있어 아무도 없는 길 위에서 헤매고 있어 불어오는
See what I I mean? I think it was like, I initially thought he was mostly a rapper.
이름을 불러봐. 기억을 걷다 보면 알게 될 거야. 다 운명일 테니. 시를 따라갈게. 미래 속을 헤매. 조금 시간이 걸려도 널 잡을게. 걱정하지 마. 너와 나 인연은 닿을 거야. 너야 baby it's you.
Oh my god.
너야 only one you.
Excuse me, pre-chorus? This is really nice.
마지막이라면 난 끊어져 있는 시를 다시 읽겠어 for you. 지금만 나로 갈게. 붉은 시를 따라.
Oh.
붉은 시를 따라.
And the red thread is supposed to symbolize like fate. Reminds me of Greek mythology.
생각보다 강해 절대 깨지지 않을 거야. 마냥 행복했던 기억들이 점점 희미해지기 전에 완성될 거야. 우리들의 스토리. 힘껏 달려갈게. 빛을 비춰줄게. 너만 비추는 등대가 되어줄게. 정해져 있어. 너와 난 하나가 될 거니까. 너야 baby it's you.
Oh, this feels so much more layered now.
너야 only one you.
Solo is really running away with this song. He's had a shit ton of lines. Rightfully so.
이 시를 끊지 말아줘. 지륵 같은 어둠 속에서 언젠가 다시 널 찾을 수 있게. 그때 날 안을게. 너를 느낄 수 있게. 돌아와 줄래 내가.
This is, I don't know if it's just how I have my like audio set, but this is one of the few times I've mentioned sometimes that the vocal mix is a little low and the instrumental is overbearing in a way that I don't like. But here I would have liked, I think, that synth that we're hearing and a little bit as it gets intense with Raven's rap, to hear a bit more of that instrumental come to the forefront and almost start to like creep up on the vocals. It would just make it feel a bit more intense and that build like a little bit more suffocating, and I like that sometimes.
It
feels a little low. There he is. Why do I feel like I also haven't heard him for shit on this song? Whoa. Harmony. I love the production on this song, except for that thing I mentioned, but outside of that, the instrumental is so pretty. Shit, you give just a couple more lines to Soho in this, and it's a solo song. He controlled, it seemed like, 80-90% of the line distribution here. I'm not one to complain about line distribution for the most part. I don't really care. I think for the most part, it completely worked. If it works for the song, it works. There's reasons why you have so many members in a lot of these groups. It's to lend all their different talents on particular songs. I always feel like you don't need every single member displayed on each song, but as long as they get their time in the spotlight at some point throughout their discography. So I thought it was a great song. I loved it. And in comparison to what we just listened to in To Be or Not to Be, it was just a bit more chill, really pretty. And To Be or Not to Be had that in the melody with the chorus at some points, but this whole song was very, very pretty. I liked it a lot. Seemed to be tied up in describing fate. That's kind of all I got from that one. If you guys can maybe describe more behind the meaning of that song. I always think when it comes to like either like red threads or threads in general, always reminds me of fate or someone's like destiny or path through life. And I feel like that is how it's represented a lot of the time, as like a web in some way in Greek mythology. So I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for the request. And now to move on to Incomplete. This one is off of the Devil album, which I did hear a lot of good things about. So I'm excited to finally hear some more B-sides off of the album. Let's go. Oh. I was expecting maybe something hard hitting because it's from the Devil album, but I love that little lower run. Oh, the transition from Soho to Raven here works so well. Oh. There's a lot more endemic synth-driven songs in their discography than I thought. Oh wait, that part was sick. It's suddenly the transitions from well, Xion here, but from any of these members into Raven's raps have been so well done, and this one just breaks into this sick drum and bass beat, and he's rapping perfectly to the rhythm. It's awesome. It was awesome. But it doesn't sound necessarily hard. It feels really hopeful. It doesn't matter if I start a little later than others. I like that. Reminds me of a Stray Kids line. I really like the sentiment of this song. Oh, that from Kunhi there sounds really good. But the fact that it's called Incomplete and you expect something sad, it sounds slightly sad, but I think there's more hope in this. And even in the lyrics, you could see it. You know, you may feel incomplete or like you're not supposed to be where you are in life, but it doesn't matter when you start. But as long as you started, you will get to wherever you want to be as long as you pursue it. Yeah, I really like the meaning behind this one. There we go. He gets a little spotlight. The hardest thing to do is to start. Okay, them saying that in unison was pretty hard. feels like this feels like a title track. And this on the same album as Devil, which obviously makes sense. It is a full album, so you're gonna have a lot of variety on there. But damn, it does make me interested to hear the rest of that album if that's on there. Way more hopeful than I would have expected from an album called Devil. But what do you expect more from ONEUS? They just do everything different all the time, so I'm excited to see what they have coming up next in 2 days, even though I won't be here for it, with their theater, I forget what it's called, their theater thing that they do. I don't know. They're starting that, and I really do like that they're doing that. Even though the previous song was, I think something you guys said was like a song they either maybe performed live, or I don't know if it was a B-side, but it was something that you've heard before. I hadn't at the time. I don't know if this one coming up is one I've heard of either. Probably not, but I'm excited just because the visuals are just so very cool, and seeing them perform is awesome. And just a cool little extra treat that we get. So subscribe if you're interested in me checking out that, because I do plan on doing that when I get back in around a week or so. Check out my Patreon for some more ONEUS live performances, them on Road to Kingdom, and plenty of other stuff. Thank you so much for the request, Sumi, Mia, and Alice, as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.